Good morning. What's going on? Today is Tuesday. I have not been to the shop in the last like 2 weeks. My son was recently born, and I was out for the last 2 weeks at home doing what I got to do. But I'm finally back. So unfortunately, I had two really good videos ready to go, recorded. I was editing yesterday, and there was some issues with the SD card. I'm not going to get into it because I'm already annoyed about it. It was two really good videos. One was a day in the life. The other one was what we're going to actually go over today. I had a lot of footage. We had a bunch of orders going out yesterday. We had like 25, 30 orders going out. And then we were going over a bunch of clothing we have in the back. And then we were talking about eBay. So we do eBay, all that stuff. We're currently at like $27,000 on our 90-day total. That is a joke. We need to be at, my goal right now is 30,000 obviously, but I think we should be minimum 50,000 just because of how much product we get in. And we've been doing eBay for like 5-6 years, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be at a higher 90-day total. So we've been trying to tweak some things. We kind of closed down the website for a little bit just because we're trying to transition to this new system. We've already transitioned, but right now we're just focusing on listing on eBay for the games, just because that's our bread and butter. And then for the clothing, obviously we're listing as well. We've changed a few things as far as what we list, and when we list, where do we store it. We don't have anything out on the floor that's listed on eBay. Clothing wise, whatever we list on eBay for the clothing, we bag it up, skew it, put it in the back, and we have it organized. We've been running out of space. We have over, I think, almost 300 clothing items that we've listed, and we have no space in the back for it. So I got a storage unit. That's where we're gonna go right now. I got some tables. I got some stuff that we're gonna take right now. We're gonna go to Walmart, pick up some other things, and then we'll see you at the unit. So we're here. I don't know if anyone's here in the unit, but I got everything kind of listed. Stuff is here. Your camera's currently on top of all the stuff that needs to be listed. I got the picture station right here. I'm gonna start setting it up, and let's get to work. So I went to Walmart to buy a rack and a light, and I was there for maybe like 40 minutes. It took way too long. It was super packed, and I also got a generator that was in a like display case, so I needed to wait for someone to open it, and they were taking forever to get to me. But I finally got here. It's already like gonna be 12. We're gonna open right now, so I gotta head out, get cash, and then go to the shop. But I just want to set this up real quick, make sure it's ready, go to the shop, get what I need to get done there, and then I'm gonna come back and start listing. So this is pretty much how I set up my listing section. I got these two 4-foot tables. I get them at Home Depot for like 30-40 bucks each. They're fairly cheap. The thing about these though is that the legs, they're adjustable. So you press this and you can make it taller. So what I do is the back side, I pick that side up so it gives it an angle like this. And then I use this carpet. I think we got it off of Amazon. Lay it over, and that's like a listing section right there. All right, so this is the end result. This is where we put the clothes. This is a hardware for the lights, which I'll clean up right now. Put the shirt right here. So you put the shirt right here. It's a good size. Almost everything fits. Maybe just some like long pants, if anything, but it's a good size for any clothing item. And then up here, this rack is not for clothes. It's for the light. We got this light set up. I got it hooked up. This is really bright. I need to charge the generator so we can plug it in, see how it looks. But we'll leave it at that for now. This is all the stuff we need to list. This is all the stuff that's already been listed. We actually sold a few items, so I need to grab them so I can take them to the shop and do those packages. But I need to head back because it's already time to open, and I need to go get cash out So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so like I said earlier in the video, I had actually already recorded the whole process of us getting the storage unit and going through our clothing at the shop that needs to be listed, that we've had in the back forever. We have a lot of crazy items back there. When we go back to the unit, I'll kind of go through the boxes, the totes, and show you guys what we have that we'll be dropping on our eBay soon. But yeah, it's just, unfortunately, we lost that footage. I don't know what happened. I don't even want to get into it because I'm gonna get annoyed. But yeah, we showed that whole process of us moving everything to the unit and setting it up. But it's whatever. I'll continue showing you guys everything that we do from now on. I'm really excited about this step that we're taking for the eBay. I've been trying to use the whole store as much as we can, but we're running out of space. We just have too much stuff, and the eBay listings for the clothing is overflowing, and I don't have any place to store it anymore. I stopped listing for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, just because I didn't have a place to store those items if I took pictures and listed them. So that's why we got this unit. So I think the only thing that's pending right now is I got to charge the generator, obviously, and then I got to get some shelves for the boxes. So let me get this cash from the bank real quick. We're gonna go to the shop, probably chop it up a little bit with the boys, and then after that we'll go back to the unit and I'll kind of show you guys the system that we have in place. I've been using this system for maybe like a month and a half. I've always wanted to do it with this new system that we're doing now, but it's just been kind of hard. I'll get into it when I show you guys when we get back to the unit. But yeah, let me get this cash. We'll see you at the shop, and should be a good day. So we're currently here at the shop, and I'm just helping Giancarlo go through a bunch of games, getting stuff processed, listed, and put out on the floor. And we just put out this Series S that's right here. We got that one in, I think, 2 weeks ago, console only. We paired it up with a controller, and then we just put it out today. I just listed it on eBay for $260 shipped, and it sold like that. So we gotta package it up and ship it out. But we're pretty stocked. Check out our DS selection. We got tons of DS and 3DS games, a lot of sealed stuff. This is all pre-owned. And then back there that's sealed, we have 2 copies of WarioWare DIY. We have some Professor Layton games. Some more right there. These are all sealed on this side. These 3 down here are also sealed. Just really good stuff. Animal Crossing goes for some bread, brand new, which is insane. Then up here we have that Yoshi Wiimote. That one is brand new. We have 2 of them. One's in the back. We're taking pictures for eBay. That one is out on the floor. We got a Wii Sports, some DS's. We got Resort. Then we got a bunch of Switch games. I don't know if you can see that, but just really good stuff. Obviously, I know you can't see the titles, but we're pretty stocked on our Switch selection, and we have some Switch 2 games right there. And then our N64 selection is pretty good. Also, some Mario, Smash, Donkey Kong, more Mario, Mario Party, Pokemon, and then we got the green and a regular N64, and then we got a regular N64 down here. We have to fill up that empty gap, which should be probably a PlayStation 3 or 4. And then we got some more games over here. We got some sealed PS3 on this side. Some really good PS2 titles. We got PSP, Vita, Guitar Hero guitar. This one has the dongle. This one is really sick, complete in box. Then we got some more sealed games back there. We got 4 copies of Skyrim. We had 5. One sold on eBay. Now we have 4. The 4th one is in the back with Giancarlo. We're taking pictures of it. Then we got some more PS5 titles, brand new. Quake, brand new. Dragon Ball is sealed. We have 2 copies of that one sealed. And yeah, just really good stuff. We got a really big trade-in, I want to say last week. Giancarlo took care of that, and it was a lot of sealed stuff. And crazy thing is, a lot of those items we haven't listed because we had several copies of those. So the extra copies we had, we listed those, they sold. So now we're replenishing the eBay with those. So for example, that Skyrim we're listing in. There's a Spirit Fair for the Switch. We had 2 copies, one sold already, so we're listing the other one. We have like 3 copies of Zelda's Echoes of Wisdom for the Switch, brand new. We sold one of them, so we're listing another one. Just things like that. So we're trying to fill up our eBay continue listing. Here in the Xbox section, we got 4 copies of Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2. This one we have, like I said, 4 copies, and they go for some bread. We got the Minecraft Xbox One S in beautiful condition with the pit controller. We got Deadly Premonition. That one is pre-owned. That was part of that huge buyout that we did, that trade-in last week. That was probably one of the only ones that wasn't sealed. We got Dirt Showdown for the 360. We did have this one for the PS3. That one sold on eBay. We got I think that's it as far as sealed that we got for the trade-ins. And obviously that Series S did sell. And then on this side, this is all the N64, Super Nintendo, and NES games we have. We're trying to continue adding more stuff. We get a lot of different items in every day. For example, we got this Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. This one is black in really good condition. This one's missing a few things if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. This one is tested. I've never messed with these, so I don't really know what it's supposed to come with 100%. But it's listed on our eBay. I'm about to add it to our system. We do have Rune Factory 4 for the Switch. This one is brand new in the package. So this one's going to be good for eBay and in store. Let's head to the back of Giancarlo and see how he's doing with the listings. Ready up?
Yeah, the picture up.
Nice. Did you retake the pictures or you just added the ones that were missing?
I added the ones that were missing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I can start on all these. These aren't up at all, right?
Those are the ones that we listed and they sold, and we have extra copies. So we're going to relist them so we can get them up there because they sold pretty quick. Baldur's Gate. This one, we have it pre-owned, and then we have 2 copies brand new, which is insane. The brand new ones go for some bread. And then this one, we just listed it. We're about to list it right now, so hopefully this one does sell quick. And then we got this one as well, Blasphemous. This one is listed on. This one will also be listed on eBay. This one does go for some bread. And then I picked up these 2 on Marketplace for the low skis. They're both sealed. We got Raw Danger for the PS2. This one does have some tears on the seal, but still brand new for the PS2. You cannot complain. And then we got Mega Man X Collection, also brand new. This one does have like a small break somewhere in the corner, but you know, brand new, can't complain. So like I said, we're really pushing the eBay. My goal for the end of the month, which I think we can hit probably honestly by the end of the week, is 30,000 on a 90-day total. We've gotten close to like 29, but I recently had my son, like I said, so I was out for over a week and a half. So I wasn't listing, so that number went down to like 26, 27 around there. But my goal is to list 20 shirts, clothing items a day. And then I want to list 30 to 40 games a day. Not just games, but we have a lot of accessories, pouches, bags, things like that, game-wise that we can list. So I want to just spam the eBay and just let them, the sales come through. We'll flip it over because one issue I've had since we came to this new spot is I haven't been able to go hunt. We've been getting so much stuff in, which is a blessing. That's what we wanted. We wanted to have a system in place to where we're getting stuff in and I don't need to go hunt. But we've been getting so much stuff in, and I've been slacking off on figuring out the best system to process everything quick and turn it over. As far as putting it out on the floor or listing it on eBay if it needs to go on eBay, or finding a place to display it. So that's a big reason why we upgraded a bunch of stuff. For example, I don't know if I mentioned already, but we're transitioning to a new system for the games. So we used to use Shopify with the website. The website's down right now because we're transitioning to the new system, but we used to use Shopify. We would do all the items there. A stack maybe of like 20-30 games would take us like 2-3 hours, which is crazy. Now 20-30 games takes us 15 minutes max because we just got to scan it with the new system. The new system is for video games. So you scan the item, it's going to give you all the info, the prices, everything. So it's set up to where if people bring a collection in, we just scan everything. I have it calculated to make offers of what I would offer. Any other video game stores that use this program, it has their system in place too. So it kind of keeps track of the best offer to make, that best average offer to make throughout all the stores that have this program. So it just makes it easier for us to buy stuff. And if I'm not here, the boys can handle it. So that's something that we added. So when we get a bunch of games in, we can just process it and put it out on the floor quick. And then obviously another thing is eBay. Now we're listing more games on eBay than we have been before, just because we're making space now. And now that we have the storage unit, we can list clothing consistently. Before I would list here on the floor, and then I would bag up a shirt and put it in the back. And we're running out of space, so that's where I got the unit. And now I'm gonna do everything over there. I'll list over there, and then I'll store it over there. So that's kind of what we got going on now. And we get so much stuff in that it's been piling up. Now that we've set up these systems with the new POS system, with the eBay in the back, and then with the storage unit, we're gonna be able to run through not just trade-ins, but just anything that comes in. We'll be able to run through all the trade-ins and stuff that we have in the back quick. So now I'll have time to go hunt. I don't go hunt anymore at the flea markets or pawn shops like I used to, just because we have so much stuff here. On Sundays, I'm like, should I go to the flea market and go bring stuff? Or should I just go to the store and process stuff in the back because we're just piling it up? So that's been kind of the situation the last 3-4 months since we've opened at this new location. But I mean, obviously everything takes time. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of brainstorming, thinking. And you know, I feel like it's all starting to come together. And once I finish setting up 100% the storage, and we clean up the back a little bit more, I think this Sunday I'm gonna start going back to the flea market, which feels good because I haven't been to the flea market, like I said, since before we opened up at this new spot. So we're gonna have a lot more content with flea market pickups and things like that, and more marketplace meetups, pawn shop hunting, all that stuff. So I'm gonna be recording more videos like that, which I'm excited about. But now I'm gonna be able to bring more inventory in. That's the fun part. But obviously I'm thankful that we have a store where people bring stuff in all the time. We get collections in, we get clothing in, just really good stuff all the time, and I don't have to worry about inventory. But I love to hunt. That's why I do this. Honestly, that's the main thing. That's what got me into it. Hunting at the flea markets, pawn shops. So I want to get back to that. We have been making tons of upgrades since we opened up here at this new location. Obviously, we're gonna continue improving and making those systems better. But you know, it's kind of tough because there's not really a lot of video game and clothing stores out there. So there's not really a blueprint on the best way to organize things and set things up. So you know, I'm just trying to pick and choose on what works for each section and trying to kind of see how we can mesh everything together to where it's smooth and it doesn't get in the way of each other and one doesn't overshadow the other, because both categories do really, really well for us in store, on eBay, name it. You know, we're selling like crazy for both sides. So we're gonna keep making those improvements. And if you guys have any, you know, ideas or thoughts of what we can add or what we can do, let me know in the comments down below, just because obviously I do want to improve everything we're doing here. But yeah, let me continue putting this stuff out and we'll see how it goes. So right now I'm getting these controllers ready. We got this Gears of War 360 controller. The sticks were worn out, so I swapped them out and now they're practically brand new. We got a blue PS2 controller and a green PS2 controller going out. So I'm just cleaning them up, getting them ready, putting them in the system so we can get the barcodes ready and put them out on the floor. These are controllers that people have been asking for, 360, PS2. We got some PS4 ones as well in the back that I need to bring out, but I just want to be stocked on controllers. But while I'm doing this, I want to explain why I got a unit for eBay. So what I used to always do since we opened up the store was everything that's out on the floor that's really good, I would take pictures and list it on eBay. And then on the price tag for that specific item that's listed, I would put an E on it to mark it that it's listed on eBay. But the issue with that was sometimes things would sell in store and we wouldn't take it off of eBay, so it would sell in store and then it would sell on eBay, and then we can't complete the order, so we have to cancel it. And we've been doing that for the last 5 years that we started. The last 3 years that we've been open. So we've been losing a lot of money. So we've been having to cancel tons of orders because of that, and I did not want to keep doing that. And the reason why I would list stuff that's out on the floor is because if I get like a bunch of really nice Supreme shirts, for example, those would sell in store, but they sell really fast on eBay too. So I wanted to have everything that's out on the floor listed on eBay. But that came the issue with stuff selling in store and then us not taking it off of eBay, and then it sells on eBay, then we got to cancel, and then it just wasn't good. So I started doing a new system to where I take pictures. So everything that I list, I store it in the back. It's backed up with a SKU number and everything, which we'll go over when I get to the storage. But I started doing that. I've been wanting to do that for years, but it was really hard for me to really be okay with, be comfortable or like know which items to put out on the floor and which items to list on eBay. Because we have a lot of really nice jerseys that sell on eBay quick, that would look good out on the floor, but they won't really sell out on the floor. And if they do, it's for the low skis and, you know, all this stuff. So I'm really trying to figure out what's the best items to have out on the floor, what's the best items to list on eBay, and keep that separate. So everything that's listed on eBay is not available in store, and everything that's available in store is not available on eBay. So that's why we got a storage unit, because everything that we're listing on eBay is going to the back and we just don't have space for it. So we got the storage unit to be able to take everything over there. And now all the clothing eBay operation is going to be done in the storage unit. So that's the main reason why we got it. Now we just got to go off with that. And then obviously the games, it's easy. I mean, the biggest thing with the games is, the good thing about the games is that if I list the Mario Bros for the Wii on eBay and it sells in store, and for some reason I don't take off of eBay and it sells on eBay, those are really easy to fulfill. I have buddies that sell. I can go to, you know, flea markets, pawn shop real quick and find a Mario Bros for the Wii, or I can find a 360, or I can find a PS4. But I can't find a rugby polo shirt, or I can't find a specific color. I can't find a champion Jordan jersey size 48 that has the back number faded. Like exact same condition with the clothing, exact same item, exact same size. It's really hard to fulfill those. So if I sell Carhartt pants size 38 by 30 double knees on eBay, in store, and then it sells on eBay, and I don't have the item anymore, I can't fulfill that. It's gonna be really hard to find that specific item. But with the games, I sell Mario Party 5 for the GameCube complete in box. I can go find one real quick. So that's the biggest issue with the clothing. So that's why I like listing the games on eBay, because I mean, we have our system set for it and we've been consistent with it, but if anything slips through and we sell it on eBay, we can always fulfill it. The clothing, we can't. So that's the biggest reason why we're separating it. But let me put these out on the floor, and then we'll see more than likely add to the storage. All right, so we're at the storage unit. I got here, and I didn't bring like a yardstick or measuring tape, so I had to go next door to a convenience store and pick one up. So I grabbed one, and now we can start listing. I have the generator charged up. I'm gonna plug it in, turn on the light so you guys can see how it looks. You can see how it looks. I might need to get another one. We'll see how this one looks for now. And yeah, let's get to listing. All right, so I leaned it over so it's like right over the tables, and it looks a lot better. So now I'm gonna start listing. So the way I do my listings is obviously I take the pictures, front, back, sleeves, any graphics that it has. I'll take pictures of the measurements, and then after that I'll bag it up, and I'll put it in one of these clear bags right here. Put in one of those, and then I'll tag it with a SKU. So I have 0001 to I think 1,000, and then once I finish that, I'll get 1,001 to 2,000, and then so on and so forth. So right now I'm at 268, which means I have 267 items list. Well, less just because we sold a few, but that's pretty much how I kind of keep track of all my inventory. So something else I actually did forget to bring. I have a few at the shop, and I actually do need to order some more. Are these boxes I use to store the bags. So as I finish listing, taking pictures of an item. This is that Charger jersey I was wearing right now. Bag it up, take a picture of the SKU. I'll align it up in one of these boxes, but I forgot to bring them, and I need to order some more too, so I'm gonna take care of that right now. I'm just gonna take pictures, and then tomorrow I'll bring the boxes and start kind of organizing them, and also to downsize it, because a lot of these are, for example, like this one, there's space to put some more, so I just gotta shrink it down. And then I do need to get some shelves, which I'm gonna lay out on this wall, but I probably won't get the shelves till maybe like next week, because I need to figure out the right size that'll fit the most amount of boxes. I want to see if I can get one big one. If not, I'll probably get a couple like those metal ones, depending on how big they are. I need to check the measurements and everything, but I'll see what's up regardless. I need to get to listing, so I'll show you guys any of the cool items that I pulled out, and we'll see what's up. So we got this vintage starter New York Islanders jersey. This one's really nice. This one is stitched, dead stock, brand new with tags, size XL. Another tag in the middle. This one's really nice. Does have some stains though. There's like a spot stain right there, and then another like spot stain around here. This one will be listed right now. I'm gonna take pictures of this one, and then I have this one as well. This one needs a wash, so I'm gonna take it home and wash it. Starter, vintage Raiders jacket. Has the hood, really nice one. Check out this tag. I love this tag. I hardly ever find any pieces with this specific starter tag, but like I said, this one needs a wash. Better sit there, and then if I'll hit on the sleeve, just really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna keep taking pictures, and let's see what else we come across. Here's another pretty good item. This Disney Spirit shirt. This one's Haunted Mansion. These Spirit shirts always do pretty good on eBay. I picked this one up at the flea market like a year ago for $5. Never listed it, but I'm gonna list it right now. All right, so we were at SKU 269. We got to 290. Well, 289. 290 is the next one. I'm really liking this setup. I'll probably update the lights next soon. Actually, I got to do the shelf, and then we'll update the lights. I don't know. I'll see if I can find a good deal on some studio photo box lights, whatever they're called. But yeah, it feels good to have this area to just take care of listings and to store all the items. I need to count how many games we did today. I'm gonna pack up, head down to the car, and then we'll do the math and see how many we listed total for the day. What's going on? We're back. So yesterday I did the math. I didn't record after I left the unit completely. I got home and I was tired. The Knicks and the Spurs were playing for the NBA Cup, so I just watched it and I didn't even do anything. But what's it called? I listed 40 items, not 50. I was hoping to get to 50, but we did 21 clothing items, and then we did 19 games. So it's fine. Yesterday we were back and forth a lot. We were setting up the unit. I went to Walmart, took care of a bunch of things. We're setting up the store as well. But there's no excuse for today. We're gonna hit the 50 listing mark. And I actually woke up this morning to a bunch of sales. We have 15 orders to do. Crazy. We sold a lot of really good stuff, some games, some clothing. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna head to the unit first. We're gonna go pick up the clothing items, then we'll head to the store. I'll show you guys the games that sold, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're back at the shop. I got all the orders here in front of me. Let's go through the games first. We got the Guitar Hero Live for the PS4, and of course this one does have the dongle, sold for 70 shipped around there. We got this PS2 network adapter. We got this 3DS XL. This one was reshelled. I don't know what they did with this, but they swapped out one of the plates for a different color. Works 100% though, sold really quick. We sold this copy of Fallout New Vegas for the PS3. This one is brand new, sealed. It does have a crack down here on the bottom, but still brand new, sold for 45 shipped. And for the clothing, we got this Adidas soccer jersey, Deathlock, long sleeve, Pokemon shirt. This one, it's a Pokemon Center shirt if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Sold for 50 bucks. Lord of the Rings promo. Listed this one last night, sold for 50 bucks. Hooters women's tank top, sold for like 8 bucks. Women's pink leggings, sold, I don't know how much exactly, but like 25 bucks. And then we sold this Pro Cut Patriots game worn jersey. This one has a signature. I listed it for 50 bucks plus shipping, which is pretty cheap for a kind of jersey like this, but I got it for super cheap. I couldn't find anything on it. I'm not even sure if it's like an actual player or maybe it's a practice squad. I don't know, but I listed it for the low and it sold real quick, which I think I paid like 4 bucks for it. So, you know, I'll take 50 plus shipping any day. But that's pretty much everything. I think we still have a Switch game that I need to grab from the front, Spirit Fae or something like that. So we're gonna grab those, get to packaging, and that's pretty much it for this video. We are currently at this for a 90-day total. The goal for the end of the month, for the end of December, is 30,000, which I think we can probably hit before the end of the month. But we got a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of listing, a lot of hunting, so it's gonna be fun. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I would really appreciate it. Catch you on the next one. Peace.